President Biden speaking up to reporters.
I do hold them responsible in the sense that they're supplying the weapons to the people who did it.
Before touching down in South Florida, family speaks out.
Free living, just unlimited, and it's been this way since she was a child.
On their military daughter who lost their life in the Middle East. And a TikTok trend that could be beneficial.
And it's really a journey, financial literacy.
To the younger generation about financial literacy. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Jason Arrow.
I'm Valentina Gaspari. Today is Wednesday, January 31st, 2024.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
New video this morning of President Biden boarding Air Force One at Miami International Airport. He's heading home after a fundraising dinner in Palm Beach County and another in Pinecrest last night. Before departing for those 2 South Florida campaign stops, the president answered questions from reporters outside the White House.
As CNN's Jen Sullivan reports, he's assigning the blame for the drone strikes that killed 3 U.S. soldiers in Jordan.
There's mounting fears over the conflict in the Middle East escalating after the U.S. says Iran-backed militants launched a deadly drone attack, killing 3 U.S. soldiers and injuring more than 40 others.
Our thoughts and prayers continue to be with them.
The attack happened Sunday in Jordan on a U.S. military base at Tower 22. The Pentagon says U.S. troops were stationed there to support the, quote, lasting defeat of ISIS. President Joe Biden vowing to retaliate. When asked if he blames Iran, he had this to say.
I do hold them responsible in the sense that they're supplying the weapons to the people who did it.
Tehran has denied responsibility for the attacks. Now, many U.S. leaders are trying to determine how to respond.
We certainly don't want to warn Iran. This is a very dangerous situation that has spread beyond Gaza already.
Any action the U.S. takes could further impact the Israel-Hamas war and broaden tensions it has sparked in the Middle East.
The administration has a lot to think about here to avoid escalating this into a larger regional conflict. That's not something that that the United States wants to get into right now.
While it's unclear what exact response the U.S. will take, the Pentagon said this Tuesday.
While we do not seek to escalate tensions in the region, we will also take all necessary actions to protect our troops, our facilities, and our interests.
I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
We're hearing more this morning from the parents of one of those street soldiers killed in the incident. As reporter Marilyn Parker from WJXT tells us, they're from the Jacksonville suburb of Waycross, Georgia.
What was the last conversation that both of you had with her?
I spoke to her Saturday around 12:30 our time, and she was just calling to tell me that she wanted to purchase a motorcycle.
Oh.
And I was like, nope.
So, you go from that conversation and you fast forward to now.
I'm still in disbelief. I'm just angry, and I'm upset that I'll never be able to see my baby again.
I have enough respect for the armed services and the White House that I will eventually get the truth.
Morning, Mr. President.
Sean, I wish I didn't have to make this call. The day will come when you walk by a park you used to play Kennedy played in, or you open a closet and you smell the fragrance of her clothing or something like that, and you'll smile before you cry. That's when you know you're going to make it. It takes a hell of a long time to get there, but I promise you'll get there.
This is the street that Kennedy grew up on, playing basketball in the neighborhood. This community is really feeling this loss, and one of the ways they want to honor her is by changing the name of this street. Also feeling it is President Joe Biden. He asked her parents if he could be there on Friday when they go to pick her up. Her parents responded saying they would be honored. In Waycross, Marilyn Parker, Channel 4, the local station.
The marvelous Boeing MAX 9 is back in the air this morning after a decision by several airlines. As Caplin's Kenneth Bueno reports, the Alaska Air flight from Seattle to San Diego over the weekend shows how confident and safe the industry feels about the MAX 9.
It's back to the skies for the Boeing 737 MAX 9, Alaska Airlines leading the way to resume service for the aircraft's weeks after a scary situation prompted a federal investigation.
It would be nice to know that this is like a reality check for them and that they're taking it seriously.
Alaska returned the MAX 9 to operation in a display of confidence after the Federal Aviation Administration certified a thorough inspection process for the planes this week. This comes after a door plug was torn off of Alaska Airlines Flight 1282 earlier this month, but passengers are cautious and confident that the inspections will keep MAX 9s safe.
I really hope that they just, did all their safety checks and really did a once-over, with their engineers and safety teams and just got it back in line.
Inspectors found loose bolts on the door plugs of several MAX 9s in the hiatus that left all of them grounded across the country. While Alaska took center stage with the door plug incident, United Airlines discovered the same issue on their planes too. Boeing issued a pause of work at their facility in Seattle, holding a quality and safety work session.
Flying public is counting on us. We are counting on us.
So far, Alaska and United are the only airlines to bring the MAX 9 back. Boeing said to employees that their immediate goal is to help airlines return the planes to operation safely. Kenneth Bueno, Caplin News.
Broward superintendent on the record this morning pushing for metal detectors after 2 recent gun-related incidents. Superintendent Peter Licata spoke yesterday at a special board meeting in Fort Lauderdale. He pledged to have the scanners in place for the start of the next academic year.
We currently have a bid on target for metal detectors, and as I spoke publicly to the news cameras yesterday, we're going to push this to start this in August. This is not an option. This is what we're doing.
The district's communications chief spoke on social media about the student suspected of bringing a gun to Stranahan High School Friday. He says the district will, quote, ensure that the student has access to an educational program. However, that will not be at Stranahan. The other incident was Monday at Deerfield Beach High.
This morning, residents are looking forward to the City of Miami's future after the mayor's State of the City address. Mayor Francis Suarez stepped onto the podium yesterday to address the City of Miami on his plans for 2024. After a short-lived presidential run, the mayor proposed more power for his office by transitioning into a strong mayor government.
I will advance or support a series of proposals through the newly created Charter Review Committee to be placed on the ballot. If Miami commissioners support moving to the Miami-Dade County system, where the mayor is full-time with administrative authority, I will support it.
The mayor also pushed for a plan for City Hall to have an auditor and a large group of commissioners.
There's panic in the Ivy Leagues this morning after a mega donor made a multi-million-dollar announcement in Miami. The university he used to fund is Harvard, and the announcement was at a South Florida conference. Ken Griffin, who is one of the richest people in the world, stated during the conference that he is frustrated with the state of American universities and believes that they breed, quote, whiny snowflakes. Griffin joins a list of donors who have stopped giving to schools like Harvard, Columbia, and Penn.
New details this morning on Orlando's latest Universal theme park.
That's still ahead, and so is the story.
It's really about starting somewhere, and it's really a journey, financial literacy.
A social media trend that gets everyone up in your business. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
See us dream. See us remember. See us protest.
You matter. Your feelings matter. Your identity matters. Everything about who you are matters.
See us fight back. See us rebuild. See us shatter stereotypes. See us inspire. See us united. See us now.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Money talks. The younger generation is bucking the old taboo of keeping information about your personal budget to yourself. A new TikTok trend is teaching young students financial literacy. The original video has over 1 million views on TikTok, and people are starting to take notice.
As Caplin's Anthony Milian reports, the concept of loud budgeting is helping Gen Z understand economics more than ever before.
Out, quiet luxury. In, loud budgeting.
It started as a joke, but turns out loud budgeting could be solid financial advice.
It's really about starting somewhere, and it's really a journey, financial literacy.
The viral TikTok trend is about talking openly with your friends and family about how much money you're willing to spend, when and where.
It's a hard economy, and I think we all need to be for real, and just kind of stop living lives we can afford.
So I came to Blaze to pick up pizza for myself and my husband because 2024, I'm not paying for delivery services.
Financial advisors says the accountability is a good step, but budgeters also need to set specific goals and follow through.
It's hard to be loud about something you don't have, right?
The trend is a part of a larger generational shift in spending habits, as Gen Z and millennials, burdened with record student loan debt and economic instability, have learned to tighten their wallets.
One of the key things driving it is this more honest approach to spending money and being more open.
It also departs from long-held social taboos around discussing money, but etiquette experts say loud budgeting is mostly positive as long as you don't overshare.
You walk a fine line when you start making other people feel uncomfortable, or they don't want to ask you to go anyplace because they know it's going to be a hard no.
With Caplin News, I'm Anthony Milian.
Exciting news. Universal Orlando Resort reveals the first official details of its new theme park. It's titled Epic Universe. The park features 5 new worlds with more than 50 attractions, entertainment, dining, and shopping experiences. This will be the 4th park in Florida. The new theme park is expected to open sometime next year. Now, don't change that channel. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming right back.
How prepared is your family if a tornado shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or a hurricane? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking, let's go. You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes. Make a plan today.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign, not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a 4th ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
I help our fellows design their paths as creative entrepreneurs. My experiences serving startups, creative businesses, and cultural organizations, and my journey as a queer mixed immigrant with Haitian and Arabic roots, inform the co-creative environment we foster at Radcliffe. We leverage our collective diversity to encourage the building of lifelong personal learning networks and mindsets that stimulate continuous innovation.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak today. I'm Valentina Gaspari.
I'm Jason Harrow. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.